Baltimore police are beginning to meet with young people on their turf at school. A few months ago, BPD began meeting with its Youth Advisory Board, laying out ways to better collaborate with young people to ultimately keep them out of the justice system. Casey Baylor live on your corner outside the Academy for College and Career Exploration, where they just wrapped up their third session. What happened, Casey?
Hey Denise, it's a session that a small group of students at the Academy for College and Career Exploration are learning about police policy, and they're diving into the deep-rooted issues communities have faced with Baltimore police. Now, the idea of a youth advisory board is nothing new to BPD. In fact, there's been conversations about the board for many years, but just recently talks have begun, meetings have taken place, and according to BPD, they say so far they're getting some really good feedback.
I grew up in a family that was always very wary of police and yet also praised police.
Ariana Jackson, a student at the Academy for College and Career Exploration, wanted to be open about the opportunity to understand what goes on within the Baltimore Police Department, while also sharing her perspective on community policing.
I always say what's missing is that connection.
A chance to know the officer behind the badge.
Most of the times we don't see a lot of police officers unless there's trouble around.
Good afternoon.
So she decided to take part in BPD's Youth Advisory Board after school. The board gives teens a safe space to share how they feel about police.
What we really want to gain too is not only to inform policy, we want to be able to make our policies better. We want feedback that's actually actionable.
Major Arnold Jenkins leads sessions in a classroom at the school. He says the department chose this one because students come from different parts of the city.
Trying to find out, what is the perception of police and how do we change that?
Policy 1202.
Throughout these sessions,
Youth interactions.
Students are also learning about the department's policies.
They're supposed to be very calm. They don't even have rights to really touch the child. So comparing that to cases that's been public and stuff I've seen, it was kind of a shocker to me.
Understanding these guidelines and sharing her voice, Jackson hopes this leads to trust among her peers.
Sometimes that young person next to you needs that little light and they're like, oh wait, I do have somebody that's protecting me. This isn't another person that's going to harm me.
And Major Jenkins says this fulfills a big section of the consent decree under community policing. The group does plan to have at least 3 more sessions before summer approaches, and Jenkins adds this will be an annual effort. Reporting live on your corner, I'm Casey Baylor for WJZ.
Right, sounds good. Thank you, Casey.